the Armed Forces provides amazing training.
I think about veterans as people who have already figured out how to serve.
My military skills have been essential.
Hiring veterans is a great business case. They're the best employees we have. They're flexible, hardworking, and they're used to a global workplace.
If that isn't an asset to any company, I don't know what is.
Hiring America, the award-winning television job fair for American veterans. Connecting you with companies who know your value. Learn about employers who are actively hiring today and organizations that support veterans. Your future success starts right here on Hiring America.
Welcome to Hiring America, the television series that helps military veterans find jobs and transition into meaningful careers. I'm Andrea Vasquez. Today, we're coming to you from the Great American Trucking Show in Dallas, where we're talking with the trucking industry leaders who are committed to hiring members of the military community. We're also speaking with veterans like you who've made successful transitions into the civilian workforce. We'll connect you to job openings and give you the information to get you the job you deserve. Log on to our website, hiringamerica.net, for more information and connect with us on our Facebook page and YouTube channel.
In the military, you learn a lot of dedication. Don't give up, keep pushing through things. And trucking is the same thing. I mean, you run into issues. You get traffic, of course. You get issues with customers, whether you get held up loading, unloading, and loads may be late. So it's just things you have to overcome and just continue to keep pushing through. And the biggest thing with trucking is sometimes in the military, you're out there by yourself. Well, that's what trucking is.
DART Transit Company has been a leader in the trucking industry since 1934 and prides itself on helping members of the military community find meaningful careers. Joining us here at the Great American Trucking Show in Dallas to talk about DART's veteran hiring initiative is Adam Williams, DART's recruitment manager since 2003. Adam, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure.
So tell us about DART and what type of transportation company it is.
Well, DART's a dry van company. It's a family-owned company. We've been around a long time, and we really need more veterans at DART Transit. The values and leadership that they get in the military make it a great transition, and we want to hire them. We need to hire them.
Why do veterans fit so seamlessly in the trucking industry?
It really is their values and leadership that they've learned in the military. It's so integral in the trucking industry because it's not an easy job. These truckers, they work hard, just like the military works hard for us.
What kinds of hurdles do you see veterans encounter as they're transitioning from military service into the trucking industry?
I really think one of the biggest hurdles is they need to understand that there is a definite career path within the trucking industry, and that's one of the things that DART really wants to promote. We want them to know that they have a career with us. We've been around for a long time, and it's not uncommon to see a lot of drivers stay with us 5+, 10+, 15, even 20+ years. So we want them to know that they do have a career with us. Right now what we're trying to do is make it comfortable for them. We put satellite TV, XM radio, and a Bose ride seat in all the trucks that these veterans will be running in.
What type of onboarding does DART offer its veteran employees?
What they're going to do is they're going to come into our orientation, so they'll spend a couple of days in the office. They'll learn about safety from us. They'll get our views, our beliefs, and our opinions when it comes to that, because that's the biggest thing too. DART really prides itself on being a safe carrier. So we want to make sure that they're educated properly so that way when they get out there on the road, not only are they keeping themselves safe, but it's also now their responsibility to help keep the motoring public safe too.
What advice would you offer veterans in the process of transitioning from service into a career in the trucking industry?
It's a very stable industry, and we need them. That's really the bottom line of this, is that good men and women that serve in the military, they need jobs when they come back home, and we want them to know that we're going to offer them one. The only reason DART Transit has been in business since 1934 is because of the drivers. Without the drivers, we don't have anything.
Tell us about your new custom military truck wraps.
Yes, currently what we just did is we wrapped 3 trucks and 3 trailers, and what we're going to do is any of our drivers that are currently serving in the military or they are a military veteran, we're going to be able to enter them for a chance to lease one of those trucks. There's going to be 3 of them total, so we're going to be very proud to have those on the road soon.
How do you expect that to help with your military and veteran hiring?
I believe it's going to help in that we're going to then have the name out there, not just DART on the side of the truck, but they're also going to see the military theme, and they're going to know that it's important to DART, and we thank the vets for everything that they've done, and we know that they want a job, and we want them to come to us.
Where can a veteran go to find out more information about DART?
They can find us at darttruckingjobs.com.
Adam Williams, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been my pleasure.
The U.S. trucking industry has committed to hiring 100,000 veterans in the next 2 years. Military experience, regardless of MOS, is highly valued. One of the leading employers of veterans in the trucking industry is DART Transit.
Hi, I'm Fred Witherspoon, a driver for DART, a veteran of the U.S. Marines, the Air National Guard, and the U.S. Army.
My name is Brian Sweeney. I'm an owner-operator with DART Transit. I drive a Freightliner Cascadia 2016. I started out in the Air Force as an air traffic controller and finished up my military career as an Army National Guard military police officer. The best things about working for DART is the people that I work with. My fleet manager, my dispatchers, they keep me moving. If I ever have an issue, people are always helpful and always want to correct the issue.
I chose DART because it seemed like it offered a family-oriented atmosphere, first-name basis with a lot of personnel, fleet managers, and upper management, and they seem to really be attuned to my personal needs as a veteran.
I chose DART because it was the best fit for me and my family. I usually take off on Sunday night, and I'm usually home around Fridays. If I need to be home early because of family issues or anything like that, it's not a problem, and if I want to stay out later, they work with me on that too.
They take care of you. They make sure that if you have any special needs, that they'll accommodate you appropriately. If I had to tell a veteran to come to DART, I'd tell them come as soon as they could.
We'll be back with more of Hiring America in a moment.
Continue the conversation on our Facebook page and Twitter, and visit our website at hiringamerica.net.
Welcome back to Hiring America from the SHRM Annual Conference and Exposition in Washington, D.C. We're joined now by Dr. Brian Griepentrog, an industrial organizational psychologist and presently Senior Vice President of ForsMarsh Group. Throughout his varied career, Brian has focused on modeling human decision-making and predicting factors relating to military retention. Brian, thanks so much for joining us.
Nice to be here.
What is an industrial organizational psychologist?
It's a good question. We get it a lot. It's an individual that focuses on the well-being and performance of individuals, groups, and organizations.
What do you do at ForsMarsh?
At ForsMarsh, we do a little bit more broader work than just IO psychology, but largely it is predicting the behavior of customers, of employees, and in fact stakeholders. So sometimes we're even doing work with voting and election administration, and so we're dealing with citizens.
You write the surveys that the service members take?
Correct.
What is that like?
It's a lot of fun. I mean, we'll always talk about a theory, and we try to develop a survey instrument around a theory. And so we're trying to, again, we talk about modeling behavior. We're looking to really understand those psychological determinants of people's behavior.
Share some of your research on veterans.
Well, a lot of the work that we've done with veterans has actually been further upstream when they're actually making a decision to join and enlist in the military. And a lot of that has been with the Department of Defense. And their interest is examining why individuals join the military, how likely they are to join the military, and some of those reasons why they might not join, because that gives the military services a lot of information on better understanding the likelihood at which people will join and the extent to which they need to change their messages and get a better understanding of this youth market.
And what have you found?
Well, what we found is that a lot of individuals join because of a kind of a family heritage. A lot of folks join because there is value consistency, that they see the military as a good representation on how they view the world.
What have you found helps them succeed while they're in the military?
Well, I can definitely say what helps them succeed in terms of being in and kind of re-enlisting and having longer retention and longer careers that idea of having value consistency is something that some of my colleagues have found is really one of those big key contributors to actually re-enlisting after your first term.
What have you found either helps or hinders a veteran in the transition, if anything?
This idea of not just the initial tools to better understand how my skills translate, but to also have some of those onboarding programs, the training and career development. Those are aspects of the military service that are key and central, and things that sometimes in the civilian sector are lacking. And so organizations that have those are organizations that succeed.
We often talk about challenges that veterans face when they're trying to hop into the job market, but what about challenges HR professionals face when trying to recruit veterans?
Sure. Well, I think just like veterans, HR employers have a hard time understanding how skills translate. So when they see someone's service and they see what position or military occupational specialty they had, they don't know what skills come along with it. And sometimes on the resume, it's not clear how those skills translate into that civilian workforce. So that's one of the big ones. But even beyond that, I think there's sometimes an anxiety of what is our organizational climate in this organization, and how similar or different is that from maybe something in the military.
You spent a lot of time doing research. What's been the most surprising thing that you've discovered in terms of veterans?
Well, I think that idea of family is probably the biggest. One, how many new recruits have an aunt, uncle, sister, brother that has served is just astounding to me, because it continues to be something that families pass on to one another.
Do you think that's a #1 motivating factor for them to join?
I think that is definitely one of the strongest factors, but also the sense of family and that purpose that they have when they're in the military.
What are some of the factors that you found motivate a service member to either transition out or re-enlist?
It's a Department of Defense survey called the Prior Service Survey, and one of the big factors is this concern of work-life balance. A lot of individuals that enlist in the military might be 19, 20 years old, and when they're able to transition out, they are now in a position where maybe they have a wife, maybe they have a husband, maybe they just had their first child, and so it's a big change in life. And so when they're looking to come out, a lot of those concerns revolve around the family.
What else should HR managers do to make veterans feel more comfortable once they're in the door at a workplace?
Once you get them in the door, there needs to be a lot of expectation management. What is this going to be like? How is it going to be similar or different from your past job? Even these ideas of proteges and mentorship programs are really important to continually set those expectations for the future.
Are you working on any new studies pertaining to veterans?
We are continuing a number of really important tracking studies. One of those being the Transitioning Veterans Survey out of Defense Manpower Data Center. Another is the Prior Service Study. And what's really important is that we can track to see some of the difficulties, the challenges and opportunities, things that are getting better, getting worse, and really those will be important for HR professionals to keep their eye on.
Brian, thanks so much for joining us here on Hiring America.
It was a pleasure, thank you.
We'll be back with more of Hiring America in a moment.
My name is Adam Williams, and I'm the recruiting manager at Dart Transit. We love military veterans, and we want you. I want you to know that we're going to be able to offer you a job. At the end of the day, we're going to find the best option for you. We have over-the-road jobs, we have regional jobs, and we have local jobs. So come visit us at darttruckingjobs.com, and we'll find the best option for you.
Some might say the military speaks a different language. I got your six, soup sandwich, or duffel bag drag. Those terms are readily used in the military, but when they're used in the civilian workplace, not everyone knows what you're talking about. We asked a few civilians at the Marsh and McLennan companies in New York City if they knew some of that military jargon, and this is what they came up with.
Ready to be on television? So welcome, this is the Marsh and McLennan Company's jargon video. We're going to ask a group of my fellow HR colleagues to help define the military jargon. The first one is duffel bag drag.
Duffel bag drag.
What do you think it means?
If I had to guess, a duffel bag drag. Dragging your workload, something of that nature. What are we taking?
We've heard sea bag drag. What's sea
bag
drag?
Sea bag drag.
Sea bag drag is essentially moving duty stations or deploying.
Yep.
Okay.
Ding, 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 ding. So Megan, what do you think that term means?
Lunch.
Soup sandwich is something that you don't want, something that you don't want to be. It's someone who is not up to standard.
Hurry up and wait.
Well, just be prepared.
Get something done now, but well, not now, at any time, but now.
Yeah. Ranger pudding?
Ranger pudding, yeah.
That can't be positive, right?
That sounds like MRE to me.
Sounds like a bad explosion. Poo?
No.
Okay.
No,
right,
it's
Ranger
close.
pudding, I don't know.
Yeah, but it tastes like poo sometimes, yeah.
Meals are ready to eat. So when you go out on a mission or training, you would have a ready meal, prepackaged meal that you go out and have out in the woods.
What the Rangers would typically do is they would put everything in one pouch and eat the entire thing, no matter what it was. So they would scarf it down because they needed the calories, so that's what that means. What do you think snivel gear means?
I don't know, like a crybaby or
snivel gear.
Help us define what snivel gear is.
It sounds like something underwater.
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm lost.
Is that right? Am I getting close?
Well, you're getting warm.
I know that one.
Okay.
Yay! You're
Yay.
so Army. So snivel gear is any gear that's issued to you for any cold weather.
Equipment used for soldiers underwater, maybe?
It's the equipment that a soldier brings with them when they want all their home creature comforts. So I always have my best music, DVDs, pistachios. For me personally, it was pistachios, beef jerky, just stuff that always made me feel like home. That was snivel gear.
So I wasn't really that close.
No, you weren't even close, but I was cheering you on, man. So it was all good.
Gone Elvis?
Yeah, what do you think that means?
It means that I'm out of here.
Yeah, wow, very good. What do you think Gone Elvis means?
MIA.
Ah, very good.
And you start as a soup sandwich and then you go.
Right.
Wow.
You
I
thought I was gonna get it.
I was hoping.
It means AWOL, so absent without leave. Someone that disappeared during training or during mission.
Yeah.
Whichever the
Rope.
What do you think that one means?
I want to be honest, I don't have a clue about goat rope. I would guess if you have a goat and you have a rope, you'd be leading your goat along a path.
Where are you getting these words?
It means when your commander in an organization, a military organization, gives you an impossible mission, right? And it's totally impossible. It's like roping a goat.
Roping a goat.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I've got your 6.
Oh, I know what that means.
Ah, okay.
Got your back.
Got your back. Ding, 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 ding. Awesome.
That is good.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
But that means I've got your back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I can
And
see
that defines our military discipline.
Stay frosty.
Stay cool.
Ah, close. You're very close.
Drink a beer.
You're on fire today.
Stay sharp, stay engaged.
There you go. Ding, 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 ding,
You
ding,
got
ding, ding.
it.
But
That's
it also,
close to drink a beer.
But you're supposed to drink a beer too.
The similarities there.
I would expect that from a Marine, though.
Oh, touche.
If you know what I mean.
Oh.
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 Hooah. Hooah. Let's party? I don't know.
It's a direct acknowledgement for, it's a directive.
Hooah. Hooah, that's the way you say it. 1, 2, 3.
Hooah.
Hooah.
I am so proud to work for the Home Depot. I am proud to represent this company. I bleed orange, and what that means to me is that this company is my family, and they have a commitment to me. But they also have a commitment to that you have a great career, that we give back to our communities, we give back to our veterans, we give back to our associates and our customers. And I would just encourage you to please think about the Home Depot for your next career opportunity.
Thanks for watching. The information we've just shared is all on our website, hiringamerica.net. Log on and find out about more companies who are hiring veterans. And don't forget to connect with us on our Facebook page and YouTube channel, where you can find helpful tips and watch full episodes of the show. I'm Andrea Vasquez. Join us again next week for another episode of Hiring America.
Promotional consideration provided by JetBlue, a proud employer of those who've served.